Okay. Well, thanks for being here. Excited about the win. I thought we had some really good things. You look at our offensive numbers, 50%, 50% from the field, 50% from three, shoot it well from the foul line, and low turnovers is 12 or less. So that's where we wanted to be. We did those things well. Defensively, I thought we could have been better. Too many layups, especially early, and too many free throws for them. And that's where we've got to be more disciplined, more understanding, playing more with our feet than our hands on that. And but I'd say probably Eddie was terrific, really active, and then we did a good job getting them the ball too on the offensive end in the half-court situations, which we've been doing here with him and Xavier at different times in the last couple of games. So I think we're finding that. They've been out there. And so, again, happy about the win, a Big East win for us against a good team, a team that won the Big East last year, and some good things. So we're excited about it and take a day off tomorrow and find a way to get better in these next couple of days before we play Jackson State. So really good job of executing, I thought, our plays. That was best, I thought. And the one thing I'd say it's just disappointing to me was the rebounding. We've got to be a bigger number than that. And Eddie can't be the only guy getting offensive rebounds. So we've got to do a better job in that area.
Jim, when you have 6 players scoring double figures like that, what does that say about this group and your ability to?
Yeah, I mean, I thought for the most part, the shot selection was good. I thought some drives could have turned in an extra pass and maybe some up-bounce moves. But we feel like, we played 11 guys. We've got a freshman that we just had some injuries that we're trying to figure out what we can do with him. But, we're finding ourselves. It's our 7th, I don't know if everybody's there, 7th different starting lineup in 7 games. I mean, that's, remarkable and something I would not like to flaunt. It's something I haven't tried to do or reach, but it's what we have. So we're finding ourselves, but we have good players. We have a good balanced roster, and I think we've had moments where we really got a good feel for each other. I think we're not quite to there again, but I think we will get there. Sure, I'm looking forward to the practices and opportunities to get better for our next one.
Coach,
with everybody out there. And when I say the different lines, I mean, guys, why is Eddie playing? He's practicing. He's practiced the last couple of days. Emmanuel didn't practice. So we've just had so many guys get in and out, and hopefully we can get that fixed.
To that point, first game you had everybody available to play.
First, I think yesterday we did. I can't remember if Emmanuel practiced. I guess he practiced yesterday, but he didn't feel as good today. So, so actually yesterday was the first practice, and I'd say there's 100 that we actually had everybody available in my mind. So it's hard to do, but we've managed to do it.
Is that what you expected to see when you have a full roster as a game like tonight?
Well, I think so. I think we could. The rebounding is the biggest concern to me right now. I don't understand why we're not rebounding at higher numbers. Now, obviously, Iowa, we went out and out. 14 is a big number, but tonight should have been. Now they started big. That was their emphasis. There's no question about it. They're a good rebounding team. They're a +8 team. So I have to recognize the +8 in rebounding. They went bigger to combat us too to start. But in my mind, we still should have got a bigger number on that. But that's the really thing that really concerns me. Defensively, some breakdowns early, but better as it went. But I thought our execution offensively was pretty darn good, and the numbers show that.
What type of impact did Damian make in his first game back for you guys?
Well, I mean, we obviously he's an all-league type guy. I mean, he's been practicing. It's a unique situation because you got a guy practicing and he's playing and then not playing the game. So. It's unique in that you don't have him, but obviously he's a good player. You guys playing a little bit faster, but it doesn't mean we've got to make better decisions too at the same time. And I thought we could have been better in transition. Though we got a lot of transition baskets, we could have been better. We got let some opportunities get away, and so we got to do that. But he's a really good defender, and with Mike again, I think we could have 2 of the best defensive guards, which makes them 2 of the best offensive guards combination in the country. And so I thought we saw that today. Mike was good defensively. Damian was good defensively.
Coach, did you talk to the team about weathering the storm of emotions due to Damian's return?
I talked to him more individually. I talked to him last night. I know he's excited. I know his family was here. His daughter was here, Madison. So I think, but he's always playing with a lot of emotion anyway. So I didn't think it was couldn't be much higher than usual. He always plays a lot of motion, a lot of energy, and sometimes, slowing it down is what we're trying to do a little bit, just a little bit. But I think the guys truly believe in him. There's no question about that. He understands what we're doing as well as anybody and what we're trying to do. But I think, playing in front of a crowd was, something that he's been dying to do, and as most would. So it's understandable. I look forward to us getting better individually and as a unit here going forward here. So got some opportunities, got some practices. But again, the offensive execution, and Damien's a big part of that. I thought in our half-court sets was very good, and we knew what we wanted to do and did a pretty good job of that. And it would have been nice to pull away when we had it to 17, 19, but we just don't seem to have that understanding right now.
That's it. You mentioned the availability clearly being an issue, but how would you say this team has responded since Northwestern State? Because it's been double-digit wins every single game since that. Is there a refocus, or what do you think is?
Yeah, I mean, it's just personnel. We had guys sick. I mean, it's so far in the past, but we got guys out there. We were playing 3 brand new guards without Mike and Damien. I mean, it's hate to state the obvious, but we're hopefully, like I told the guys there, no one's where they want to be right now. Everybody has to believe that they can get better and be a better team, and that's how we're operating here too. So again, 7th different lineup, but we had 11 guys. We had ready to go. So I think only Emmanuel was probably under the weather a little bit today. So we just constantly have something going on health-wise. So hopefully we can get Emmanuel better, and we can all be ready to go. And this next one come up, and we can build up and get better practice and get better in games. So, but I think the guys definitely believe in Damien, and that he and Mike, and so they both bring a lot of confidence to the team.
Mike had another flop technical tonight. I think that's his second one of the year. With that rule change this year, is that something that you guys have talked about? And just kind of more generally, are you concerned with how frequently he hits the deck when he attacks the rim and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, he's I called timeout when he went down the one time because it hurts us in transition. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it. We told him it was going to be called closer. The rules changed, and so they're definitely going to call it early in the year, and certainly we've seen it. So it's something that we've got to do a better job of knowing that being back on defense is the most important thing. Being ready.
You mentioned Eddie being great. I mean,
Yeah.
How much did he impact the game specifically tonight? Like, it seemed like it couldn't be stopped.
Really good early. I made some really the post up. I thought first of all they got on the ball in a good spot too, and we ran a couple post ups for him, and so we did a good job of that. So that's everybody being in the right spot, doing the right things. But his activity on the offense, I mean, again, we have 9 offensive rebounds. He had 7 of them. That shouldn't be the case. Emmanuel, I think, was not Emmanuel tonight. Chuck seemed a little tired. We got to get more out of Micah and Jacoby on offensive glass. So Jacoby didn't play a lot of minutes, so that's more on me than him. But we've got to, there's no way we should have 12. He should have 12 of our 32 rebounds. We've got to have more if he's going to have 12. And that's our rebounding is not where it needs to be. I'm very clear about that to our guys. We've got to get it fixed. I think Damien brings something to the table in that with 4 defensive rebounds. That's part of why we were such a good rebound team last year, was having guards that rebounded well. And so we were playing younger, smaller guards without him. So with him back, we should make up ground in that as well.
Coach, so far through the first 7 games, you all have seemingly performed better in the second half as opposed to the first. Do you attribute this to halftime adjustments, players settling into the game, or anything else?
We guarded better in the second half. It usually comes down to defense and understanding. Hopefully we're learning and getting better. That's always the best thing if we're showing improvement. So that's good, and hopefully that carries on as we get better as we go forward here. But I think we've we've had such strange games. I mean, that we weren't making shots for a couple games, or guys out, guys weren't getting the same shots. Now I feel like offensively we're getting what we're used to getting in practice, what we did all summer. But the defense is not, and the rebounding is not at a high as level. And when I say high level, I want it to be and believe we can be as good as anybody in the country.
Coach, 50% from three tonight. Would you attribute that to better paint play from
Yeah.
your guys?
Yeah, more balance offensively. Got a lot of shots up the last couple of days too. We've been doing a lot of that. So, I mean, obviously our numbers, you got to look at it. I talked to the media about it, somebody today about, if you look at our numbers, they look very bad on the three. There was obviously the first three games were, different lineups, different guys, and our numbers were very good. I don't think that's indicative. Look at where we've done since, and I think we're a good three-point shooting team. We've improved in that area. We've added the right guys, and I think we are going to be a very good offensive team as we were tonight. Tonight was good, and if you look at the numbers, I think we can be better, but that's what we'll strive to be. So 6 or 12 is good, and I think it's a good balance. We say about 30% of our shots are the threes, and so a little bit lower today, but we did a good job of getting the ball inside.
You talked about the defense, that was
Mhm.
something you want to see can improve, but there were several 30-second shot clock
Yeah.
violations. So is that kind of something for you that's like kind of that glimpse of, okay, we're going in the right direction?
Yeah, I mean, and I guess I if you look at our numbers, they're pretty good. I guess I'm basing it more on the first half where they got the layups. I think we had 7 layups in the first half, which is way beyond. But with that said, we guarded the three. We thought the only way they could beat us was making threes, and 4 for 15, or I think that's what it was, or 4 for 18. There were not many open threes, and that's what we wanted to do. So it was good. Too many second shots with 12 offensive rebounds. And we're battling that leaking out, getting out a little bit too quick, and that's led to some second shots. But yes, as you said, that's the numbers look pretty good. We were right at where we want to be. We got almost all of our goals defensively, except the rebounding. So I should be happy with that. But that rebound thing's sticking out of it. It's been bothering me.
Anything else for Coach? Okay, thanks.
All right, guys. Thank